get off the hamster wheel and start really living in the moment, taking time for yourself, not in a selfish way, because like I said, you are responsible for your own health and well-being, and you're not going to be of any use to anyone if you're not healthy. Hello, this is Lorraine, and welcome to Healthy Living, Spirit, Soul, and Body. So today we are going to be talking about the importance of taking rests in your week, rest in your days, and why that's important. So it's Sunday. Sunday is the day that I usually record the podcast for the week, and I am taking a Sabbath rest, okay? And, it's a funny thing, we don't realize a lot of times how important rest really is. If you really, here's something to think about. If you don't take a rest, a Sabbath rest, one day a week, then eventually you'll have to. It'll catch up with you. So what do you mean, Lorraine? What does that actually mean? But, if you don't take a Sabbath rest, eventually you're going to need to take a rest because you're going to get sick, or you're not going to be able to function, or all these different things. Your body is not made to go 24/7. So let's find out, what does a Sabbath rest really mean, and how is it helpful to our lives? Here we go. So what is the definition of rest? So the dictionary says rest is to cease work or movement in order to relax, to refresh oneself, or to recover strength. And think about our society today. We are extremely busy people. We almost pride ourselves in that. When we talk to people, how are you doing? Oh, I'm very busy. And the false impression is that if you're busy, you're getting a lot of things done, but that is not necessarily true. A lot of times when we're busy, we're allowing our life to be controlled by all sorts of things, controlled by pressure, controlled by other people, wanting to please people. Because we need to take responsibility for our own health and well-being and our happiness, we need to take time for rest. Now, there's all kinds of different ways that you can do that, but I'm going to talk about 4 ways that you can bring rest into your week, okay? And these are real simple, but like I said, we need to be intentional about making time for them. So the first is reviving yourself. And reviving means to come alive, to do things that are creative, to kind of rebuild yourself, okay? And that could include having good conversation with a friend, to exercise, be creative, to paint, to play your instrument, to sing. A way of getting in touch with your spirit and your soul. Those are all ways of rebuilding yourself and reviving yourself. And just seeing ways to strengthen yourself on the inside, okay? So that's reviving. Second thing that rest includes is refreshing, okay? And refreshing is something a little bit different. Refreshing could be food or drink. It could be maybe taking some time to make yourself a healthy meal rather than junk food or rather than fast food, okay? So refresh yourself with eating healthy, with drinking healthy, with really taking a vacation from your problems, okay? Just getting yourself and casting your care, getting in a place where you're not hampered by your thoughts. The third thing is recreation, okay? And this is really the best one. So when you have a rest doesn't necessarily mean that you're sitting there, reading a book. Really, having a rest could be recreation with friends, playing a board game or playing football or, some other kind of fun game, running with a friend, okay? Those are all ways of having recreation, ways of bringing fun into your life. thirdly, the third thing is reflection. And reflection is really the deepest part of the Sabbath rest. And that's a time when you take time, maybe with a journal, and you think about what went wrong in your week and what went good in your week. What can I change? What can I make better? What can I improve? Looking at your life objectively and saying, really, it can be a way of not so much beating yourself up, but a way of rewarding yourself for things that you accomplished. So those are the four things that rest would include. So it's a funny thing, as I was preparing this podcast, I started realizing that rest and boundaries are so interconnected. With boundaries, you have to make sure that you're not carrying somebody else's load, okay? So what happens is that everybody has their own responsibilities and their own load, and a lot of times things that steal your rest or steal your time and make you busy are because you're taking on somebody else's load, something that's somebody else's responsibility for somebody else's life, and you're taking it upon yourself for whatever reason, whether you feel guilty, you feel like you need to help that person, you feel like that person won't survive without your help. But everybody is responsible for their own load. Everybody needs to be responsible for their own lives and responsible for their own happiness, for their own well-being. And when you go ahead, a lot of times when we're too busy, it's because we've taken the responsibility for somebody else's load. We've taken upon ourselves a responsibility that really belongs to someone else. So as we talk about rest, it's a good idea to realize and think about your life and think about your daily activities and realize, are there things in my day that are causing me to be busy because I'm taking responsibility that's not necessarily mine? I believe that once you really do that, and once you really start putting up boundaries, okay, and telling people that that's not really my responsibility, that's your responsibility, and remember, that's going to help them grow, because you're never going to grow if you don't take responsibility for your own life. So you're going to help them grow, and you're also going to you're going to protect your own life, and you're going to protect the boundaries that are around you and the load that you have to carry. You need to be responsible for your life, but you won't be able to be responsible for your life if you're taking on the responsibility of everybody else's life. Okay, does that make sense? And a lot of times we get busy and we don't have rest because of that one reason. So you might have said, or you might say that I really can't schedule and rest because I'm too busy. But what I'm saying is, take the time and give yourself a day, give yourself however much time it will take to realize what's a responsibility of mine and what's a responsibility of someone else, and put up boundaries where you need to have boundaries. And you're going to find that when you do that, you're going to have a whole lot more time than you think, and then you'll be able to intentionally plan your day and plan the recreation and plan the reflecting and plan the exercise and the refreshing and the rebuilding of yourself. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope this podcast helped you to realize how important rest is in your life, and how important it is to get off the hamster wheel and to set up boundaries for your life. Protecting your boundaries and protecting your life is the most important thing that you will do, because then you'll be healthy to help other people. Then you'll be healthy to live for your dream and accomplish the thing that God has for you to do. You are responsible really to God to protect yourself and go forward in the thing that God wants you to do. That is your responsibility, okay? So if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and like and subscribe. Share my video maybe to someone that you know that is totally stressed out. 9 times out of 10, it's because they don't have their boundaries up. So let them know. Share this video with them, and also the one about boundaries. Help people. That's the reason why I have this channel, Healthy Living, Spirit, Soul, and Body, to help people to live their best life. Okay, well, as you can see, it's a beautiful day here in New Jersey, and go out and enjoy the weather. You still have a couple more weeks of summer, my favorite time of year, and enjoy the day and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye now.